Hello dear fitness fan friends, you are welcome to the seminar on Nobesity, which is prevention of obesity, and Gobesity, which is reversal of obesity for living 100 not out. We all are passing through an year which is Fit India year. Fit India is Hit India. 4th of March is celebrated as World Obesity Day to create awareness about obesity and its related diseases. Let us first invoke and pray Mata Saraswati and Bhagwan Dhanvantari with profuse blessings from Param Pujya Mahan Swami Maharaj, the chief saint and head of BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha. I am Dr. Jagdeep M. Kakadia, eye surgeon in solo private practice in Bhavnagar since 1989. In last 32 years, I have done over 65,000 eye surgeries and many medical, surgical, lens-related and instrumental research. This is my Akshardip Eye Hospital situated in Bhavnagar city of Gujarat state of India. Gujarat is the western state of India and Bhavnagar is a port city of Gujarat state. My most respectful thanks are to these doctors from whom I have learnt a lot. Have we ever wondered what is the priciest possession in our life? Is it money? Is it house? Is it family? No, it is our body. We hardly ever care for our body and we actually misuse it so much. Bhagwan Dhanvantari name itself is suggestive of three types of dhan, which is health, wealth and happiness. Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, has said that let food be thy medicine, else medicine will be thy food. Hippocrates also said the greatest medicine of all is teaching people how not to need the medicines. From the earliest history of mankind till about 1975, obesity was almost very rare. We know that our rishis and munis lived 100 to 125 years. Maryada Purushottam Sri Ramchandra ji lived for over 100 years. Bhagwan Sri Krishna lived for 125 years. If we look at the pictures of independence struggles of India, we can notice that there was no obesity before independence. There was no obesity amongst the general population of India, the British officers of India, or the military or police officers. Have we ever wondered that these celebrities, who are all very close to completing their 60 years of life, why they look so fit? They are why never obese. Have you ever wondered why this superhero Mr. Amitabh Bachchan can perform 14 hours of work every day even at the age of 81? And these honorable ladies at the age of 75 and 70, they still look as if they are below 40. Because they strictly follow a diet plan which is designed by their highly paid dietitians and nutritionists who are paid almost like 10,000 rupees a day. Why not we become our own nutritionists? Who doesn't want to look like a figure in this? And remember, we all were looking like this when we were in school or when we were in college. What went wrong after we became 35 that many of us became obese? If we learn about the biochemical reasons of obesity and if we learn how to prevent it, we can remain slim forever and fit forever. Knowing biochemistry and physics and science of obesity reversal is the purpose of our today's seminar. What we are going to learn today, it takes about 10 years plus in medical college and thousands of hours of lectures, reading, discussions and practice and practicals. Like the stories of epic like Sholay or Titanic cannot be told in a short duration, it will take at least 3 to 3.5 hours of attending this seminar for really understanding what obesity is and how it can be reversed. This seminar is going to be full of pearls of wisdom. So please take good rest night before, have a clear and defogged and untired mind for this intensive seminar. While in the seminar, please keep your cell phones in silent mode or airplane mode. You are most welcome to take screenshots of the slides which we are going to present, so that later on you can recall those and you don't need to make manual notes. HOPE is Holistic Way for Obesity Prevention and Education, which is a small profit, no profit NGO which is under care of Dr. Jagdeep M. Kakadia, who has authored books such as Danyo Vanprasthashram, 50 After 50, The Key of 100 Not Out, and Fit Not Fat. All those books are now being compiled and condensed into another book known as Nobesity, Gobesity for 100 Not Out. So in the seminar, we are going to treasure hunt for the golden key for prevention of obesity and for reversal of obesity. Before we can understand the biochemistry and hormonal basis of obesity and its reversal, we have to first understand the physics and mathematics related to obesity. First, we have to understand what is body mass index. Our heart, our joints, and our muscles are designed to their maximum capacity at the age of 21 to 25 years. So whatever weight we add to our body after the age of 21 or 22 is an overweight, which is an overload, which is an overfunction for the joints and for the hearts. Let us imagine an analogy that when we built a house for a small family, it was a single floored house, so we installed a half horsepower motor pump for this house. Then when the family grew, we added few more rooms on the upper floor, on the sides, so the house grew vertically as well as horizontally, but the motor pump is same. So we certainly know that this half horsepower water pump will not be able to cope up with this much overloaded work for a long time, and that pump is ultimately going to fail earlier. There is a rise and fall of our body. For the first 30 years, our body is in growing phase, that is known as anabolic phase. Then there is a phase of plateau for another 30 years, and then there is a catabolic phase in the later 30 years. In anabolic phase, the cells which are produced every day are little more in number than the cells which are destroyed every day. In catabolic phase, it is the other way around. The number of cells destroyed per day are slightly more than the number of cells regenerated every day, and that is why there is a process of aging. Body mass index gives us an idea what our body or what our mass of the body was when we were very able and fit, when we were very young at the age of 20-22. And this is calculated by dividing weight in kilograms by a square of height in meter. So this is the formula of knowing what is our body mass index. If the body mass index is less than 18.5, we are underweight. 18.5 to 24.9 is healthy. Ideal is 21 to 22. We are overweight when we are 25 to 29, and we are obese when we are beyond 30, and we are pathologically and severely obese if the body mass index is more than 40. If we don't know what is our height in meter, we can also calculate body mass index from kilos and feet by this formula, that is body mass index is equal to weight divided by height in feet multiplied by height in feet multiplied by 0.095. This is the body mass index chart which we must note our weight into it, especially on every birthday of ours, every wedding anniversary of ours, and maybe every birthday of our spouse as well. At least 2 to 3 times in a year we must check our body mass index. There is another thumb rule for body mass index, which is height in inch should equal to weight in kilos. For example, if my height is 66 inch, 5 feet 6 inch, which is 66 inch, then my weight should not be more than 66 kilos. There is another thumb rule which is also suggested by NICE, the National Institute for Health and Care Excellence, which is a UK health agency, according to which we should not have our waist size larger than half of our height. That means if my height is 66 inch, my pant size should not be more than 33 inch. Just to repeat, our waist measurement should be half or less than half of our height measurement. There is another thumb rule. Our maximum weight in kilograms should be our height in centimeters minus 100. An ideal healthy weight is 5 kilograms less than the above max. For example, my height is 165 centimeters, so my weight should not be more than 65 kilograms, and my ideal weight should be around 60 kilograms. There is also another thumb rule, which is ratio of waist measurement to hip measurement. And for males, waist to hip ratio should be less than 0.9, which is low risk. 0.9 to 0.99 is the moderate risk for health problems, and if it is 1 or over, we are already obese. For female, the ideal waist to hip ratio is less than 0.8, desired is less than 0.75. 0.8 to 0.89 is a moderate risk, and 0.9 or over is obesity. Waist or girth circumference should be measured a little above the umbilicus, and the hip circumference should be measured where our seat is at the widest. If we keep a baton, it should touch only our tip of the nose to the tip of our feet. If our stomach touches or crosses that baton, we are obese. Body mass index, which is higher than 22, slowly shifts our body towards metabolic syndrome, and as the body mass index increases, the speed of this shift towards metabolic syndrome, which is a cluster of about 50 obesity related diseases, the speed of shifting to those diseases of metabolic syndrome increases exponentially in the logarithmic proportion. In the metabolic syndrome, the first disease to occur is lipid problems in the blood, which is abnormally high fat in the blood, which leads to thickened blood and high blood pressure. There is also an insulation of the cells so that the blood sugar increases. Insulin is not able to transport glucose efficiently from blood into the cells, so that leads to type 2 diabetes. And the combination of high lipid in the bloods, which are glycated, that is sugary lipid in the blood, starts getting deposited in the coronary arteries, and that leads to heart diseases. It also leads to fatty liver, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, dementia, several types of cancer risk increase, polycystic ovarian syndrome also increases. We will learn more about these 50 diseases in the next chapter when we meet. We also have to understand what is basal metabolic rate versus body mass index. So body mass index, as we said, is the weight of our body proportionate to the height, and basal metabolic rate is calories which are needed to be burned to continue life functions at rest, such as maintaining body temperature, heart pumping, breathing, kidneys filtering blood, and liver working, etc., when the body is at complete rest or at sleep. Our BMR increases proportionate to our BMI. Let us see, I was 50 kilograms of weight when I was 21, and when I became 40, I became 80. So now this additional 30 kilograms of weight, which is about 1.5 times, or a little more than 1.5 times increment in the weight. So all these additional fat cells are also going to demand oxygen. They are also going to need blood and nutrients. So our heart has to work 1.5 times more to pump blood to all these additional fat cells, and hence the basal metabolic rate increases. Now when the heart rate increases, that leads to a faster wear and tear of the heart. Philosophically speaking, we know that everyone's heart beats and everyone's breathing numbers are written in our fortune or in our kundli. So let us say I have a survival of 1 crore heartbeats. Now if I let my heart work at the rate of 60 beats per minute, my life will be longer than if my heart has to work at 90 or 100 beats per minute. So when BMR increases, the heart rate increases, and when the heart rate increases, the life shortens. This is like our car's engine. When the car's engine is set at idle, let us say at 900 rpm, the engine will veer much later. But if the engine idle speed is increased from 900 to say 2000 rpm, then this engine is going to receive more wear and tear. So BMR and BMI go hand in hand. We have to set a target weight according to BMI 21. Let us say according to BMI 21, my ideal weight is 57 kg, and if I am 75 at present, I must set to lose 18 kilograms and bring my body back from 75 to 57. And according to the set target weight loss, we have to budget our food intake versus calorie burning. Every calorie coming in has to equal the calorie out, or the calorie out actually has to be more than calorie intake. So we have to have a deficit budget, calorie deficit budget. And the ideal rate of loss is 100 grams per day, not more than 100 grams per day, otherwise the skin will start sagging, and not less than 100 grams per day, which otherwise will take very, very long time. So we should target to lose 6 kilograms of weight in 60 days, and once we lose 6 kilograms of weight, then the momentum of weight loss is set. So then it becomes an irreversible phenomena. So we have to target to achieve 100 grams weight loss per day and keep it maintained for 60 days to achieve a proper momentum, and then to maintain that momentum. It is never possible to lose weight in a straight line. It is always like a slight jitter, like a stock market graph. But eventually, when we sum up the graph over a period of 2 months or 3 months or 10 months, we are very sure that we are going to lose. Having read more than 40 books on this subject, and having gone through hundreds of research papers published on the weight loss and obesity and hormonal basis of obesity reversal, I devised Slim Strategy, which is the best way to be slim and evergreen. I have guided many eye surgeons, including myself, and many patients to stay or become slim, free of cost, at home and at ease. Slim is scientific lifestyle improvements method. It is very scientific, not haphazard. So in today's seminar, we are going to learn what exactly is slim and slimming method. You are all welcome. See you soon.